Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Eureka Volunteer Training webinar. My name is Megan Bone. I'm the STEAM Program Manager here at Girls Inc. of Holyoke. I want to start by thanking you all for taking the time to view this webinar today. And thank you so much for your interest in supporting the Eureka program by developing a workshop. So the agenda for today's webinar is to begin with an introduction of Eureka and how it supports the Girls Inc. mission. Next, an overview of the Eureka summer schedule and how your workshop fits into that schedule. Next, bringing the scholars to life, especially delving into the developmental needs of teen girls and how you can consider those needs when developing your workshop. Next, the resources that are here for you when you're planning your workshop, what to expect at your upcoming training and what to bring to that training, and then finally some logistics and final details to know before the summer begins. Okay, so let's begin. So the Girls Inc. of Holyoke is part of a national network of Girls Inc. affiliate organizations that span over 400 cities throughout the United States and Canada. And our mission here at Girls Inc. is to inspire all girls to be strong, smart, and bold. So to us, a strong girl is a healthy girl. That means she makes healthy choices, manages her reproductive health, has healthy relationships, and has a sound body image. A smart girl is an educated girl. That means she's motivated to achieve, improve her academic performance, graduate from high school, and pursue post-secondary education. And along with that, sets and achieves personal, educational, and career goals. A bold girl is an independent girl. That means she uses and practices using her voice to advocate for herself and others. She's resilient, she has resistance skills, and she is practicing the ability to regulate her emotions. So in order to best serve our girls and meet our mission, we use intentional research-based programming here at Girls Inc. that serves to nurture and empower the whole girl. So the Eureka program is one such example of that intentional research-based programming. Eureka is a 5-year college and career readiness program, and our girls enter the program the summer before their 8th grade year and follow it all the way through until their 12th grade year when they graduate from high school. So Eureka is being implemented by over 15 Girls Inc. affiliate organizations throughout the country. And we at Girls Inc. of Holyoke work closely with the national organization and those affiliates to continually improve and strengthen the program. So Eureka was developed in response to the national trend that women, especially Black, Hispanic, and Native American women, and women with disabilities, remain underrepresented in the STEM fields. In addition, the research has shown that without intervention, many girls lose interest and confidence in STEM subjects during upper elementary and middle school. So with your help, Eureka is designed to be that positive intervention to help keep girls engaged and inspired to achieve in STEM subjects through high school and beyond high school. So because the mission of Girls Inc. is strong, smart, and bold, Eureka programming is intentionally broken down into 3 distinct parts. 50% of the time, our scholars are engaged in STEM education. 25% of the time, our girls are engaged in physical fitness and learning how to take care of their bodies. And 25% of the time, our girls are engaged in personal development education, which includes our comprehensive sexual health program. So now let's take a look at the distinct 5 years of the Eureka program. So our girls enter the Eureka program the summer before their 8th grade year, and they're called rookies. And their 9th grade year, our scholars are called veterans. And those first 2 years, our girls do workshops on campus with volunteers such as yourself. Their 3rd year of Eureka, our girls are entering the 10th grade, and they are called externs, and they engage in job shadowing experiences in STEM fields where they're learning about the professional workforce. They're exploring careers that they may be interested in pursuing. So that's a really individualized year for each of those girls because it gets at a career that they may be interested in pursuing. And then the 4th and 5th years of Eureka, our girls are called 4th years and graduates. And the focus of those last 2 years really shifts towards our girls getting into and succeeding in college. And so things that they engage in those years include preparing for the SATs, learning about financial aid, filling out the FAFSA, pursuing scholarships, and then also applying to college and actually filling out the Common App and other apps needed to apply to college. So the Eureka Summer in 2018 will take place on campus from July 9th through August 3rd, Monday through Thursday. Fridays are reserved for field trips and activities where all the girls from Eureka, all of the cohorts, come together into community activities, and they discuss and share what they've learned throughout the week. So let's take a look at that Monday through Thursday schedule. So our girls leave Holyoke, our teen center, at 8:45 in the morning. They get on a big bus and they come over to UMass campus and arrive on campus at 9:30. Our girls are usually pretty tired in the morning, so from 9:30 to 9:50, they engage in icebreakers and they wake up, getting ready for your workshop. So workshops happen from 9:50 to 11:50, and we ask faculty to pick up their workshop groups at 9:50. This summer, similar to last summer, we are going to be at the Design Building on campus, so please pick up your workshop group at 9:50 at the Design Building. So after 11:50, girls go over to lunch. Lunch starts at noon and goes until about 12:50, and so you're invited to join us at lunch. Then from 1 to 2:30, our girls engage in rec center activities. They're learning about physical fitness and work with the rec center folks for some amazing workshops. Or our girls are also engaged in curriculum time, and that's our comprehensive sexual health curriculum. And then from 2:30 to 4, our girls engage in what's called community time. It's group building activities. It's practicing communication skills, all those important skills for life and beyond. And then at 4 o'clock, our very tired girls get back on the bus and travel back to campus. So when you register to run a workshop, you have several options for the type and length of workshops that you can run, depending on the content and specific needs that you may have. So those workshops running from 9:50 to 11:50 last for 2 hours each morning, but you can do 1, 2, or 3 or 4-day workshops that build upon each other. Many of those longer workshop series are the result of collaboration between presenters that build on content that was taught by another presenter the day before. Also, each cohort, the rookies and the vets, have 2 groups of 15 girls. So it's possible to teach the same workshop for more than one group. And lastly, field trips are always possible. There's many resources out in the community that are really great to show the girls and to share with the girls. And these field trips are always dependent upon transportation that's available. In addition, we know that drive time and transportation can be a challenge, so you can also have your workshops go a little bit longer than the regular 2-hour workshops, say from 9:30 to 1 o'clock if that's needed. We just need advance notice on that so that we can have our girls bring lunch and we can be prepared for that. So that advance notice, if you want to do a longer workshop for a field trip, has to be registered in the registration forms that we'll send you after you take your training. Okay, so let's start thinking about the girls who are going to be in your groups. So it's important to take into consideration the developmental needs of teen girls when you're planning your workshop this summer. In this section, we're going to review the general cognitive, physical, and social emotional needs of teens. And with that said, we know that every girl is unique and doesn't necessarily match with all the characteristics listed. However, it's really helpful to keep these traits in mind when preparing for the summer. So cognitively, our teens are developing the ability to think abstractly. They have increased interest in the broader world and society. They're learning resilient skills, which means revising and trying again. And they really take pride in taking on and meeting challenges. So what this means for your workshop is that our scholars thrive and are most engaged in workshops where they understand the relevance of the workshop and what that connection is to the broader world, and where they are engaged in learning a skill or a challenge that they can work to master or solve. So physically, our girls, there's a lot of changes happening with their bodies due to puberty, and so they really thrive on physical activity, and they also need time to be able to take breaks where needed. And so what that means for your workshop is that our girls are most engaged in workshops that are really active, fun, hands-on, and physical. And social-emotionally, our scholars are striving towards self-reliance. They're exploring who they want to be in the world. They're learning about romance and intimacy, and there's a real focus on fitting in with the peer groups. So when planning your workshop, it's important to keep in mind that our scholars engage best in activities where the directions are clear and concise, that there is support and guidance readily available when needed, and that there is a sense of organization in the workshop, such that materials, technology considerations, directions, and other needs are prepared and ready to go before the workshop begins. And lastly, that our girls thrive in environments where mistakes are seen as an opportunity to learn, which sets up an environment where they feel safe to take risks and learn from those experiences. So now let's shift gears and focus on your upcoming training and work session. So the goal of that training is to focus on planning and improving your individual workshop. The session will include how to make your workshop smart. And what that means is it gives you tips for making your workshop engaging, empowering, and age-appropriate for our scholars. You'll also hear feedback from our girls on what worked and didn't work from last year's workshop, so you can improve and learn from those mistakes and those successes. You'll also receive an outline that helps you plan and organize the logistics of your workshop. And then there's going to be plenty of time for your workshop to plan your workshop and share those ideas with other volunteers, troubleshoot ideas that may arise with Eureka staff and such. And then at the end of the session, we'll talk about next steps to officially registering your workshop. And also at the very end, there will be time for lunch or breakfast, depending on which workshop you plan to attend. So please come to the session ready to work and plan your workshop. This may mean bringing an outline of what you have planned so far, questions and concerns you have, a laptop, and other supplies you may need. So now for some final logistics and scheduling. So first, at the end of every summer, we host a final Eurekathon celebration where all Eureka cohorts come back together and share what they learned and accomplished during the summer. This event is a combination of science fair style presentations and PowerPoint talks where our scholars get to practice public speaking as they share about their summer with the family, friends, community, and hopefully yourself. So our rookies and vets who spend the summer on campus with workshops such as yours will create science fair project posters about what they learned from a workshop or workshops on campus. So you are invited and encouraged to attend these workshops. They tend to be really fun, really engaging, and they're just a great celebration of what the girls accomplished throughout the summer. And now for some final Eureka extras. So we're excited for you to take pictures. We love our girls to have their pictures taken, especially action shots of them in your workshops. So if you plan to post those pictures on social media, we ask that those only be posted on university or professionally affiliated social media sites. Please don't post them on your personal private pages. Also, we ask that you share the pictures with us first so that we can confirm that the girls in the pictures have consented to having their images being included on social media. So next, for classroom management. First and foremost, Eureka staff is here to support you in your workshop. If behavior arises, it is our job to step in and help ensure your workshops run smoothly and our girls are engaged. If you need our help and have a concern that is not being addressed, we encourage you to reach out to the Eureka staff member for support. That's what we're here for. So with that being said, if there are specific rules or guidelines that are important for our scholars to follow, for safety and having a successful workshop, we also recommend that you post those and discuss those at the beginning of each day so that our scholars are clear on their expectations. Next, for Eureka Workspace. The Eureka team, we work hard to secure a workspace for you if needed. And when we send out the registration survey, there is a space on there to ask for assistance in finding space. But with that said, there are many, many workshops that happen on campus during the summer with lots of logistical needs that we need to consider. So we know that faculty on campus have many connections that we at Girls Inc. don't quite have. So we ask that you can help us by reaching out to your network where possible when securing a space for your workshop. Technology and supplies. So Girls Inc. has laptops and iPads available. If you need them for your workshop, we would be happy to provide them. That just needs to be listed on your workshop registration. And we also have a limited budget, supply budget for certain materials that you may need. And those too should be listed on your registration survey. The registration. After you attend the training, we will immediately send you a registration survey for you to outline the details of your workshop. We ask that you provide dates that you're not available to run a workshop. So scheduling a month's worth of workshops for 2 cohorts can be very complicated, and we work very hard to get back to you as soon as possible with the dates of your workshop. And we work very hard to accommodate all scheduling needs. But with that said, those volunteers who are more flexible with their schedule have a higher likelihood of receiving a workshop schedule this summer. And lastly, for support. If you need support in planning your workshop, please feel free to reach out to me, Megan Bone. You can find my email address there on the slide. And I will connect you with the appropriate person to help you out. So that concludes our webinar. Thank you again for taking the time to view this webinar today. We hope it was helpful, and we really look forward to seeing you soon at your upcoming workshop.